Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Andrea. Today I'm going to give you the much awaited video, how do I become a travel CNA? So if you're interested in that content, stay tuned. As you guys know, I am working on the aesthetics of my home and getting things together. So while I record this video for you guys, I'm going to be filling my laundry detergent dispenser. So let's get right into it. I could have sat down and did a sit down, but I wanted to make sure I got this content out, but I need to get this work done too. It's everything out this box. We're gonna go over the details of what I'm using, then we're gonna get straight into the video. It comes with these little measuring cups to measure your detergent. There's 3 of these. The little pumps. This is what they actually sit on, the little shelf. And these are the containers. We're looking for something much larger than this for my larger detergent because it's what, 6 people in my household? I don't know how long these will last. Okay, if you're still here, I guess you're really wanting the info on how to get to this bag and become a travel CNA. So get you a pen and paper and something to drink because I got me something. So first things first, you need to be a CNA. You'll need 6 months to a year of experience as a CNA, whether it's long-term care, hospital experience. My opinion, get some good experience in both. Learn what it is to work in a long-term care setting as well as working in a skilled nursing facility, because that's where your money gonna be on these assignments. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because that's, you tend to see a lot of contracts in nursing homes. So get you 6 months to a year experience in whichever department you want to work in. The next thing you want to do is figure out where you want to go. And while you're getting your experience, you think about it. Where do I want to go? Go ahead and start working on getting your license in those areas, in those states. Keep in mind that it's called reciprocity. When you do those applications, and the link to do the applications will be down below. When you do those applications, some states require proof that you have worked as a CNA. So you will need a pay stub that shows that you are a CNA. They'll want your license as well. But again, some states do want pay stubs, and I know that California is one of those states because I am licensed in California. Some states will require you to have a background check, which will require you to do a live scan fingerprint to do a background check for that particular state. That is also going to be California and Florida. Those are 2 that I know for a fact because I am licensed in both of those. Once you apply for the states you want. Also, another thing, keep in mind, some states are going to require that you pay a fee for their license. Some states are free. Some you can do online. Some you'll have to print the application and mail it off. Once you get started in the process, the next step number 3, is going to be to apply for at least 3 travel agents. These agencies, and I say apply for at least 3 because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Find you 3 companies and do your research. Find out what it is you're gonna want them to provide. Are you gonna want them to provide housing, stipends? Are you gonna want them to assist you with paying for scrubs? Because some companies do provide that type of assistance. So you will want to do your research on the company. So we typically use sensitive skin with no fragrance, especially for my daughter because she has eczema. Everyone else is gonna use that, and I use the Glamorous Wash, the Diva scent. So I'm gonna pour this into this and shake it up, and then I'll pour it in the container. Once you've done your research and you know what agencies you want to apply for, choose those 3, apply to those agencies. Go ahead, build a rapport with the recruiter. Start the process, the application, because they're gonna want you to have a resume. Some companies will have you to complete assessments to see what you've done, how long you've done it, and what you're comfortable doing. So be prepared to do assessments with these companies prior to being submitted for anything. So let's recap. Step 1, 6 months to a year experience. Step 2, you want to figure out where you want to go and go ahead and start applying for reciprocity in those states. Keep in mind, some of those states could take up to a couple of months. I know California is a process, and it could take a couple of months to get your California license. Step 3 is start to apply for the travel agencies that you want to travel with. Pick you at least 3 agencies and start to build a rapport with the recruiter. Step, have physical copies of all of your credentials. The credentials are going to include your CNA license. They're going to want the number, but they're going to physically want to see your card. You also want to have your ID, obviously, Social Security card, and you want to have your BLS with American Heart Association. They will not take those that you do online. Don't even try it. Most companies are going to prefer American Heart Association. Also, some companies will send you to take a TB skin test, and they'll cover the cost of that. If not, and if you already have one, get a copy of your TB skin test from the facility that you work at, or if you've already had one done, you can go back to that doctor's office and ask them for a copy, and they'll give you that. You want to have CNA license, ID, Social Security card, your BLS, American Heart Association. You want to have the TB skin test. If you've already taken a physical, go ahead, get a copy of your physical. Also, you'll want to, if you had a drug screening, some companies will take your old drug screening if it's not more than a year old. Because the contract that I'm on now, they took my drug screening because it wasn't a year old. Some companies are gonna, again, send you for these things. If they do, get a copy for your records, and then you can just have it already to submit to the next agency. That smells so good. The next thing you're gonna want is your vaccine card, immunization record, and you're gonna wanna have your direct deposit information. So let's recap. A copy of your CNA license, your ID, Social Security card, your BLS, American Heart Association, a physical, TB skin test, drug screening if possible. Again, some of these agencies will send you to get these things done, and you won't have to worry about the cost, but make sure you do keep a copy for your records. Your vaccine card, immunization record, and your direct deposit information. Also, some people are not gonna even think this way. If for some reason your ID, your CNA license, your physical, your TB, anything has a different name. I got married during the pandemic. Therefore, some of my things say my previous name and some of them say my current last name. Have your marriage license. I know in my mind it's a no-brainer, but guess who forgot? Me. So you want to make sure you do have that. This one is my daughter's, so I'll just pour it straight in. My very last tip for becoming a travel CNA, be patient. It takes time. Some of these contracts are going to be good contracts, and because they are good contracts, they are going to really vet through those resumes. I did not say resume on the list, but common sense. You're going to do the application, they're going to want your resume. Make sure that you have all of your up-to-date information, all of your work history, everything that you need on your resume. Have a really good resume. Cover letter, I wouldn't say a cover letter. I've never had a cover letter, and I've never had an issue getting a contract because I didn't have one. So you want to do that as well. You want to make sure that you have patience. These recruiters, you're gonna feel like they're ghosting you because you're gonna do everything. You're gonna submit everything, and you're gonna be texting, calling, leaving voicemails, emailing, and you're gonna feel like, did they just ghost me? They're not ghosting you. What they're doing, my opinion, some of them probably are ghosting you because that's just how they are. But for the most part, they're trying to find the right contract for all of their people because you're not the only one that they're working with. So you have to be patient. That is why I say, do not wait. If you know you want to travel in August, September, do not wait until September to get started. Go ahead and start your process. I say at least 60 days prior. That way your recruiter has time to go through the contracts that they have available, because some companies already know, well, we have this coming open in October. You can already be on the waiting list for that contract if that's what you're interested in. So do not procrastinate. Take advantage of the time, get all of your credentials. Like I said in my last one, baby, go make sure you can fit them scrubs if you done picked up some weight. Get your scrubs. Some places, some facilities will want you to have a certain color. Some do not care. They're like, wear solids and they're fine. But again, that is something you do want to ask your recruiter. So I hope this video is helpful, because I keep getting asked, how do I become a travel CNA? What do I need to do? Those are the basic tips. That's the basic. If you have that done, you can go on a travel assignment. And with no problem. I want to show y'all one last thing. This is Enchanted Rouge. It's by Mavericks Candle Company. It is a room and linen spray. I'm putting this in my boys' laundry detergent. It smells so good. This is it's like the knockoff Baccarat Rouge. It smells so good. This is going in my boys' laundry. Not a lot. It doesn't take a lot, and it smells really, really good. So I hope this information was helpful. If you have any questions, if you are already a travel CNA or even a travel nurse, information doesn't change. We all have to go through the same process. Drop tips. If you feel like I forgot something, you drop the tip that you feel like I left out. Drop it in the comment section for the next person, because at this point we're all trying to get to the bag, and it is enough money out there for all of us to get to it. So if you like this content, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I will catch you in the next one.